Okay guys, we are going to work on graphing linear inequalities right now. And these are just like graphing lines. So this equation right here, y is more than or equal to negative 3x plus 4. You graph that just like y equals negative 3x plus 4, where you start with the y-intercept of 4, and then you use the slope, which would be negative 3 over 1, to find the next point. So you go down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So basically it would follow that pattern. Now, if when we're graphing linear inequalities, if it has an equal sign right here underneath the either more than or less than symbol, then it is going to be a solid line. You draw that line solid right through those points, as opposed to a dashed line like you would get with number 3, and I'll show you number 3 in a second. Now, once you have drawn the line, what we're trying to figure out is more than. Why would it be more than the equation? Now, more than, if you start at your y-intercept, more than would be above, right? And at every point on this line, it would be above that line. So this whole side, anything in this range here, that is your answer. So if you were to pick a point, let's say 4, 4, that would satisfy y is more than or equal to negative 3x plus 4. Because if you were to plug it in, your y value would be 4, and that would be more than or equal to negative 3 times 4, your x value, plus 4. Simplify that out, and that becomes negative 12 plus 4, that becomes negative 8, which is less than 4. So anything in that range would be the answer. Number 2 is done the same way. So we have a b value, or y-intercept of negative 5, so we'll go to negative 5, plot that, and then we have a slope of 3 over 5. So we go up 3, right 5. It has an equal sign underneath the greater than or less than symbol, so that is going to be a solid line. And we're saying that y is a less than. So if you go to your y-intercept, less than that would be going down. So it's going to be everything underneath the line. And that's what you do with linear inequalities. It's going to be shading in areas that are underneath or above, less than or more than your graph of the line. Going on to y is more than negative x minus 5. So that's like y is more than negative 1 over 1x minus 5. So minus 5 is our y-intercept, and we go minus 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1. We can't go any further going to the right. So the opposite of down 1 over 1 would be left 1, up 1. Left 1, up 1. Left 1, up 1. Because this line doesn't have an equal sign, this is going to be a dashed line. And we say y is more than, so if you look at any points, let's say the y-intercept more than the y-intercept would be going like this. So you go above the line. All of this area would satisfy your equation, your inequality. Number 4, y is more than negative 4. So let's go to negative 4. If we were to graph y equals negative 4, it would be a horizontal line at negative 4. And that's basically what we're going to do. Except this is a dashed line because it is not equal sign underneath. More than would be above the line. So all of this above the line satisfies. Y is more than 2x minus 5. Go to minus 5. There we go. And then 2x is the same as up 2 over 1. 2 over 1. More than would be above all of this, so shade all of this in. This one, we have an equal sign, so it's going to be a solid line. Start at our y-intercept of 2, and then we should go up 7 over 4. But this is going to be over the graph. So the opposite of up 7 over 4 would be down 7, left 4. Draw a straight line, and as you can see, going from this leftmost point, going up 7 over 4 satisfies it. And we're going to say y is more than that, so that would be above the line. And that's good. X is more than negative 5. So negative 5. X is equal to negative 5 would be a vertical line. So more than negative 5 is going to be a vertical line, but it's going to be dashed. And, excuse me, it would be less than negative 5. So less than would be going to the left. All of this area. Y is less than or equal to 4/3 x minus 4. So minus 4 is where we start. And then 4/3 is going up 4 over 3. 4 over 3. And that will be a solid line. Y is going to be less than that. So go less than here. That would be down. So all of this area. Number 9, this is a little bit different because we have to convert that to slope-intercept form to figure it out. Or actually, there's two different ways we can do it. Now let's do it. Let's convert to a y-intercept or a slope-intercept form. So 3x minus 2y is what we start with, and that's less than 10. And then move the 3x over, make it negative 3x. We still have the plus 10. Then we have negative 2y. Now, what we're going to have to do is divide by negative 2. Every single term. What happens when you divide by negative 2 is that the sign flips around. So, as we used to say, flip that thing. Negative 3 over negative 2 is just 3 over 2 x. And then 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. So that is our equation that we are going to graph. And negative 5 is our y-intercept. 3 over 2, up 3 over 2, up 3 over 2, up 3 over 2. And that's going to be a dashed line because we don't have an equal sign. And y is going to be greater than that. So greater than is above the line. Going up. All of that area. We have to do the same thing with number 10. We start with 5x minus 3y is less than or equal to negative 15. Move the 5x over, make it negative. Divide by negative 3. Y, and then that sign flips around. Flip that thing. Negative 5 divided by negative 3 is 5/3. Negative 15 divided by negative 3 is positive 5. So our y-intercept is positive 5. If we were going to the right, we'd go up 5 over 3. But the opposite of up 5 over 3 would be left or down 5, left 3. And this is going to be a solid line. And we know y is greater than that, so we go straight up from the line. Last couple here, number 11 and 12. Y is greater than or equal to 4. So 4 if we were to graph y equals 4, that would be a horizontal line. This will still be a horizontal line. I'm going to make it solid because there's an equal sign. But y is greater than 4, so it would be going up from there. Greater than. All your y values greater than 4. Then number 12, we have to convert that to slope-intercept form. Move the x over. You still have negative y is greater than negative x plus 2. That negative y is really a negative 1, so I have to divide it by negative 1 every single time. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. Y, flip that thing, is less than x. 2 divided by negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 is my y-intercept. X, well, that would be like 1 over 1x. So up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and so forth. It's going to follow that line, and that will be a dashed line. We know y is less than that, so less than goes down from the line. And that is it. Good luck on this.